Alright, got all the pockets nice and burnished. I don't know if you can really tell. They're shiny and finished compared to, like, you know, that. So I got those done. Now we'll do some gluing. Basically what I do with this, so I'm gonna put my little straight edge up for my angle boy here. I'm gonna take the pocket, drop it in there. That'll pretty much put my pocket where it's gonna go, at least on that side. Then I'll take this bad boy, make some marks on the inside, a little bit underneath where that's gonna be to kind of hide it. And then I'll do it on the other side. Okay, there's that. And we're gonna make them little marks. All right, so now I know that I need to glue from here all the way around to here. And then from here around to here. But not there because that's where I need pockets open. You get it. Okay, well, let's glue. So this is Eco Weld. This is kind of the stuff I've landed on after trying every different kind of glue. It's a contact cement, but it's water-based, so there's no fumes. It works as the same as a barge glue, but it takes a little longer to dry, but it's not bad. Basically what I'll do, I have a little baby spatula here. I'm just gonna run it along the edges here. And the thing about this glue, and pretty much all contact cement, being that it's contact cement, is that you put it on both sides of what you're gluing up. And what a lot of people don't understand, don't realize when they're using this stuff, is that you have to let it dry. So there's that. I'll do it on here. Sorry, I'm not good at filming. Okay. All right, you see, glue around that, glue around that, and now I just let that dry. It'll become kind of tacky. And once you put them together, you can if you touch them together, you can pull it apart. But once I press them together, they're not going anywhere. But I'll show you that later. All right, these bad babies have dried. Not dry, but like it's tacky. When they touch each other, it sticks. It becomes one. Now, if you can see, this pocket part is a little bit, is it? Just the tiniest bit wider than this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that part down first. And I'm going to try to, this won't be lined up for you, but basically line it up to where I have extra of the pocket sticking out beyond the red part, as you can see on both sides. Just the tiniest bit. At this point, I'll either bang it with a hammer or I'll use this little squeezy thing. I will spare my roommates the banging for tonight. I'll just glue some leather to this little press thing and squeeze it down. It does the same thing as hammering. Okay. And yeah, that's not going anywhere. I'm going to stitch this, and the glue over time will get weaker, but it's basically just like a third hand to hold this together while you're stitching. Like it's there. So I'm going to stitch it, and then as time goes by, the glue will weaken, but the stitches will stay very, very strong. So yeah, I'm going to do that here, and then on one of these sides, put the outside pocket like this. And then we'll do some sanding and some stitching. But yeah, I'll be back. Before we glue, I'm going to go ahead and do my stamp on there. This is a fun thing I like to do. And honestly, I know how much room I'm going to have just because I've done this 1,000 times. But it's my little bear stamp. Basically what I do is I make sure it's in the right orientation, and I literally just eyeball it. Get as straight as I can, hold it in place, take this big ass mallet, bang it a few times, and voila, I've got the little bear. Isn't that just special? Okay. All right. So got all the pockets glued in. That's basically what it's gonna look like. Sort of. Front, back pocket, inside. Very basic. As you can see, everything's glued up, but all the edges are all, uneven. So what we're gonna do, that's why I leave a little extra length on the pockets. That way I can cut off the excess and I won't be taking off too much. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a little tiniest little strip off. A mere millimeter probably. And that's gonna like cut everything even on the same line, and it'll be perfect. So here we go. So this part you want to try to be really straight with, and if you don't cut all the way through the first time, that's okay. So now, as you can see, it's all basically perfectly straight. We're going to go back over it with sanding later, but this is kind of a shortcut to getting to that straightness. But yeah, I'll do the rest of the sides, then we'll come back with some sanding and some stitching and burnishing.